Well, anyone watched television on Sunday night on BBC Two might have got a bit of a surprise if they didn't know it was coming up. The Isle of Man boat was being featured on a programme with our fisherman who's on the other end of the line now from Cornwall. Andy, you've been doing this programme before for the BBC, looking at the dangerous places, extreme places to be a fisherman in the world, and it took you to Sierra Leone. And there was an original programme, and then you went back and you came across this boat.
Yeah, the Isle of Man boat, yes. We did a trip on her out and did some surveillance, which was fantastic. Quite a boat, for the Isle of Man to donate this boat was, well, it's just unreal for them. It was absolutely fantastic for everybody involved, absolutely brilliant.
I mean, you've been there before, you've seen how obviously these fishermen had to survive with these big sort of trawlers coming in right close to the actual beach almost, it seemed, and taking all the fish out. And since the Isle of Man patrol boat's been donated, that's all changed.
Absolutely it has, yeah, that's right. Well, the first time I was there was 18 months ago, and the trawlers were under the cover of darkness towing right up the beach. Basically, these 35 metre trawlers towing with outriggers right up the beach. So obviously, two things, take all the fish, and it then makes it dangerous for the fishermen that are there as well. So the Isle of Man boat has now arrived at that, which has now done two things. There's obviously the visual impact of a police boat, as it was, there for everybody to see in Freetown, where all the trawlers moor up, and also they can go out and do missions out on the sea, which was good, which we did when we were there. Although the boats are still legal, I'm not 100% that they're totally legal, if that makes sense, because as soon as you approach them, they haul the gear and try and run away, which if you're not doing anything wrong, why would you do that, So it's a strange situation there, but it's certainly a hell of a lot better than it was before.
Well, we're seeing some pictures of the boat before it left on its voyage, and obviously there was a bit of scepticism on this side of the planet, with people saying, why are you giving away this boat and why do they need it? But I mean, as you said, it has been very, very useful.
Absolutely, it's been a fantastic tool for them. I don't think there's much money to go around to buy a boat or anything. So to have one donated of this sort of calibre was fantastic for them. They had a couple of setbacks where it got ransacked and everything got pinched off it. We sent a lot of aid out when the boat got piggybacked onto a ship in Kent. We dropped a load of stuff up and to take out to the schools and all the stuff, and that all got pinched, and all the electrics on the boat got pinched. This was in customs, if you can believe it. It was unreal. So the boat had a little bit of a setback where they had to renew all the electrics, and they just smashed it up, really, just petty thieves, really. But they got it up and running. I think they had a problem with the engine overheating, which I think I sorted actually when I was there. They had the extractor fans taking all the air out of the engine room, because obviously it's 30-degree heat there. So it's I said to them to blow air in and not suck the air out. So hopefully they've sorted that out. But the boat is just fantastic. 20 odd knots. It's faster than any of the fishing boats. So they can start to run, but you soon catch them up there. So what a fantastic tool for them.
And on your show, I mean, you went from some of those fishermen getting hardly any fish a day to getting whatever they really wanted to feed their families again.
Absolutely. They went, the last time we went, the best day we had was 7 fish. I think the best day, I was only there 3 days this time on the island, and the best day they had was 16. So, and the fish were bigger. The fish were a different species of fish, but they were catching jacks, I think they're called. Which we didn't catch any of last time, but the trawlers were. So, what the trawlers weren't, catching, they were scaring away. Well, now those fish have all sort of come back inshore. They're feeding off the reefs and off the banks and stuff there. So it's all good for them. Fantastic.
And since your first programme went out, you raised lots of money and you've been helping these people out. Have you had the same reaction from the programme on Sunday night?
It started today. We haven't done very much this morning apart from get back to emails and people wanting to join the Facebook group and stuff like that, which is fantastic. People wanted to donate money. I think most of the money that we raised last time go to different things, but a decent chunk of it goes to like the fuel to run the EJF boats and stuff like that. So it's you know, it's for a fantastic cause, and you can see what help it's done.
And finally, do you think you'll be going back again for another follow-up?
I don't think there'll be another follow-up, but I would really love to go back in a couple of years just to see how they're all getting on, just to see if the increase in the fish and the increase in, you know, everybody, the town's buzzing now, where I stay, or the village, I should say, is buzzing now. I'd love to go back in a couple of years, but I don't think it'll be filmed this time.
Finally, I mean, it really was a good bit of PR for the Isle of Man, wasn't it, last night on the programme?
Fantastic. You know, the Isle of Man boat, they've called it the Isle of Man boat, which is, you know, fantastic for you guys. You know, and hats off to you. That's a hell of a thing to do to give to them.